Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshacking Sudokus and Puzzles. I am Kishore and today we are going to solve a classic Sudoku created by Swaroop Bugina. This Sudoku was posted by Swaroop on his blog Get Set Go a few days back. Some of the comments that I saw under the Sudoku stated that they have to use chains to get through the Sudoku. So we'll try to give this Sudoku a go and see what the Sudoku has in store for us. The rules of the Sudoku are each row, each column and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 to 9 without any repetition. And about a little bit about the author, Swaroop is an excellent Sudoku solver and puzzle solver as well, and he also creates Sudoku sometimes, and his recent work on the Penpa features has been nothing short of commendable. So we are extremely thankful to him for whatever minor updates he has been doing on the Penpa front. So let us start solving this Sudoku now. So as you can see, it has a very pretty theme: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is coming here, and then we have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the author has used some more givens to force a unique solution. So let us start solving. Okay, there is a 5 in row 2 and a 5 in column 1, which means that 5 in box 1 must go into one of these two cells, right? There is a 5 in row 2 and 5 in column 8, which means 5 in box 3 must go into one of these two cells. And there is a 7 in row 7 and row 9, which means 7 must go into one of these two cells. There is a 4 in row 5 and 4 in column 3, which means 4 must be narrowed down to one of these two cells. There is a 4 in column 1 and column 3 and 4 in row 8, which means 4 must be in one of these two cells. I think those are the easy pencil marks that we can make. Let us try to look for some pairs maybe. Okay, we have a 2 here in here, and then 2 in row 3, which means that 2 in box 2 has to be here. There is no other possible option. We have placed 2, 4, 8, 5 and 9 in box 2. Remaining digits are 1, 3, 6 and 7, but 1 and 7 cannot be in row 3, which means that we can lock a pair 1, 7 into these two cells, right? And these two cells must be 3, 6. But 3 is here, so which means that this must be a 6 and this must be a 3. And remaining digits in row 3 are 5, 8 and 9. So we can pencil mark them. So this must be an 8 or 9, this must be 5, 8, 9, and this must be a 5, 8 and 9. There is a 3 in column 6 and 3 in column 4, which means that 3 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, now if you look at column 3, it catches my eye. We have 2, 4, 7, 8, and then if you look at in conjunction with box 4, these two cells can't contain 1, 5, 6 also. 2, 4, 7, 8 is already given, and 1, 5, 6 also not possible. So which means that we have only two digits left in each of these cells. We can mark the candidates. They are 3 and 9. 1, 2, 5, 6, 4, 7, 8 are not possible, so 3 and 9, right? So 3 is here, which means that we can resolve this 3 and 9 immediately. And the remaining digits we can candidate 4, 7 and 8, right? But 7 is in column 1, which means that this will be a 7 and these two cells must be 4 and 8. Great. So far, very good. And let's look at column 3 now. We have 6 digits: 4, 7, 9, 2, 3 and 8. Remaining digits are 1, 5 and 6, but 5 cannot be in row 2 and 5 cannot be in row 7. So 5 has to go in row 8 and remaining digits must be 1 and 6, right? Okay. Okay, there is a 3 in row 4 and row 6 and 3 in column 7, which means we can place the 3 in row 5. Let us look at column 1 now, because we have made a pair. 4, 5, 8, 2 and 7 are the digits. Remaining digits are 1, 3, 6 and 9, right? But 6, 9 can't be in row 1, column 1. So this must be 1 and 3. This must be 1, 3, 6, 9. So this must be 1, 6, 9 because 3 is here. And this must be 1, 3, 6, 9. So I am not writing candidates in cells when there are more than 3. So to avoid more clutter. So if you look at row 5 now, 2, 5, 7, 3 and 4, right? Remaining digits are 1, 6, 8 and 9, but 6 and 8 is here, so this must be 1 and 9, and this must be 1, 6 and 8 because of the 9 here. This must be 1, 6, 8 and 9, and this must be 1, 8 and 9. So along row 5, 6 must be in one of these two cells. Can we make any more good progress here? Let's look at row 8. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 have been pencil marked. Remaining digits are 1, 6, 8 and 9, right? But in column 2 you see there is 1 and 6 already, so this must be 8 and 9. And this cell can't be 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 and 8, so this must be only 1, 7 and 9. So let us remove the stray pencil mark. Okay, 2 is in row 8 and 2 is in column 1, which means that 2 must be in one of these two cells in box 7, right? And now you can have straight away eliminate the 8 from here, right? This can only be a 9 because 8 is already in that box, so which means this is a 1 and 6 and this must be a 3. And this 9 removes the 9 from here, and we can try to place some digits, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 and 9, so 1, 6, 7 and 8, and this must be 1, 6 and 8 because 7 is there. Okay, you have a 3 here, right, which means you can resolve this 1-3 pair, 1-3 possibility. So it has to be a 1 now, and this means this is a 6 and this is a 1, which gives us a 6 here. And the only possible candidate left in column 1 is a 9, you can place that, and which means this is not a 9, and the remaining digits in box 1 are 3, 5 and 8, but 5 is here, so this is a 3 and 8, and this is a 3, 5 and 8. And this one resolves the 1-7 pair in box 2. We can place that. The Sudoku has a very pleasant solve so far. It is in no way seems to be challenging, but it has been rated as challenging by the author himself. So definitely it must be becoming harder at some point. So row 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Remaining digits are 3, 5 and 8. But 5 is here, so this is a 3, 8 and this is a 3, 5, 8. Okay, this 8 can simply use to resolve this 3 here, so this must be a 5, 8 now. And now if you look at row 2, we have 6 digits already, remaining are 2, 4, 7, but 4 is in column 8 and column 9, so this must be a 4 and these two cells must be 2, 7, and there is a 7 here, so this is a 7 and this is a 2. There is a 3 in column 7 and column 9, which means that we can place the 3 here, and this must be a 5 or 8. And a 9 must be in one of these two cells. There is a 3 in row 9, which means we can resolve the 3 now. We can place the 3 here. Let us look at maybe column 5. 1, 4, 9, 2 and 3. Remaining digits are 5, 6, 7 and 8. This can't be a 1, right? Because 1 is here. So this is a 6 or 8. And this can't be a 6. So this is a 5, 7, 8. And this is a 5, 6, 7 and 8, and this can't be a 7 or 8, so this will be a 5 and 6. Okay, this is helpful because since you can't have 7 and 8 in row 9 column 5, which means that 7, 8 in column 5 must be in these 3 cells. Maybe we can use corner pencil mark to denote that 7, 8 must be in these 3 cells, because these kind of markings can potentially used for box reduction later on in the Sudoku. Box reduction is nothing but, suppose if you are to, let's say, take this cell and write the possibilities of 4, 5, 7 and 8, for example I am saying. So since you have marked 7, 8 in column 5, you can use box reduction and eliminate 7 and 8 from here. Okay, let's look at, okay, 6 is here, right? So which means that this is not a 6, so this is a 1 and 8. And 7 must be in one of these two cells. But 7 is in column 6, right? So we can place the 7 now. And this must be a 1 or 8, right? Let's look at maybe column 4, because we have just got a digit. So remaining digits are 1, 4, 5 and 9, right? 1 and 5 is in row 7, so this must be 4 and 9, and this is not a 1, so this is a 4, 5 and 9, and this can be 1, 4, 5 and 9. Okay, let us try to make use of the box reduction, the pair that we marked. So these two cells can't be 2, 3, 7 or 8, right? It can only be, or it can't be a 5 also, so it can only be 1, 4, 6 and 9, right? So 6 and 9 is here, so this must be a 1 and 4, and this must be 1, 4, 6, 9, but 4 is here, so this is a 1, 6 or 9. Great. So I think we can remove the box, I think, the corner pencil mark now, because we have written the pencil marks, right? So it's not useful for us. Let us look now at, we have looked at every possible place. Column 8 now. 4, 5, 7, 2 and 3. Remaining are 1, 6, 8 and 9. But 6 and 9 is here, so this must be a 1, 8. And which means that you have a 1, 8 pair in column 8. This gives us a 9 here. Beautiful solve path, guys. So far so good, really. Such a neatly handcrafted classic Sudoku. And which means we have only one cell left for the 6 in that box. So 6 has to go here. Is that giving anything else? No. There seems to be something going on here, right? 1, 4, 1, 8, 1, 8, 4, 8, 4, 8. 3, 4, 5, 7. Remaining digits are 1, 2, 6, 8 and 9. You can't have 1 and 6 in this cell, right? Because 6 is here and 1 is here, so this must only be a 2, 8 or 9. Can we place 6 in row 7? 6 can be here and can be here as well. Not that helpful. Okay, this cell 1, 4, 9, 2 and 3 can't be a 6, so this must be a 5, 7 or 8. So we are neatly stacking up the Sudoku now. At some point we have to find some tough logics. Let's look at this digit maybe. 1, 2, 3, 6 or this cell, sorry. It can't be 4 or 7 also, so it can only be 5, 8 and 9. So in harder Sudokus, there is no harm in making more pencil marks, because the more and more you make, the more progress you will be getting, and then you can slowly reduce the quantum of pencil marks. But till the point that you get some digits, it's better if you are stuck to make some pencil marks. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So this cell can't be 1, 3, 4 and 7, cannot be 6 or 9. So it can only be 2, 5 or 8, right? Can't be anything else, so it can only be 2, 5 or 8. So 6 in column 9, because of the 6 in column 8 and column 7, has to be in one of these two cells, right? Okay, let's look at row 9 now. We have 3, 7, 8 and 4 and 5 in box 9. So remaining these two cells must be 1, 2, 6 and 9. But 6 can't be here, so this must be a 1, 2 and 9. And this can't be a 1, so this will be a 2, 6 and 9, right? Okay. So here comes the advanced logic. So I'll highlight you and show you that. So this is a tough strategy as per Sudoku Wiki terminology. So look at these cells, right? This is a typical Y-wing, which we have explained in one of our earlier videos. So basically, to put it in simple words, when you have something of the pattern AB, BC and AC, then you can eliminate the digit common between the ends of the cells from these three cells, right? These three cells can't have a 4 now. Why? Because if you have 4 in any of these three cells, then this cell becomes a 9, I will show you. So this cell becomes a 9 and this cell becomes a 1, right? The moment you have 4 in any of these three cells, this becomes a 9 and this becomes a 1. So look what happens here now. You can't have any digit here. So this is called a Y-wing. You need to have a pattern AB, BC and AC spread over two boxes, and then you need to eliminate the common digits between the ends of the wing. This point is called the hinge and this is the end of the wing. So you have to eliminate the common digit between the ends of the wings from the cells which see both of these cells. So I will add the link to the Y-wing which we have explained in detail under the video. In fact, we have made an exercise on how to spot Y-wing, so please check it out. I'll add it in the description of the video. So we are sure that 4 cannot be here because of the reason I said. So which means that 4 in column 6 has to go here. Beautiful. So 4 has to go here, and this gives us an 8 and a 4 here, and which means this can't be a 4 now. So this has to be a 5 or a 9, right? And any more elimination, this 8 eliminates the 8 from here, gives us a 1 here. Super. We have started a chain of digits. This one gives us an 8 here and a 1 here, and this one eliminates the 6, 9 from here. Sorry, 1 from here. So this will be a 6, 9, and 1 can be used to eliminate the 8, 1 from here. So this will be 8, 9. Now we have a 6, 8, 9 triplet. So this will be a 1. And this 8 can be used to eliminate the 8 from here. This is 2, 5. And this 8 can be used to eliminate the 8. So this is 2, 9. And now 1 has only one cell left in box 9, right? 1 cannot be in column 9, 1 cannot be in row 7. So 1 would have to go here. And this cell must be 2, 6 and 9, right? So now if you look closely, 8 has only one cell left in row 7. And it has to go here. So this must be an 8. So 1 to 8, 3, 4, 5 and 7. Remaining digits are 6 and 9. Let's pencil mark them. Can we make use of any more digits that we already placed? 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, right? So remaining digits are 2, 5, 7. So we can pencil mark them. So are we yet to make any more elimination? 5, 6 and 9. So 7, 8 must be here. So this is 5, 6. No more there. And this must be a 4, 5 or 9. So we have pencil marked every cell. Well, not this cell, but and still we haven't yet reached the solution. So you can understand why the author would have rated this Sudoku as challenging, because this technique itself made the Sudoku harder, and now we have to find some other special trick to get through the Sudoku. Okay. 2, 4, 9, 6 must be in only this cell, right? There is only one cell left for the 6. If you look closely in row 7, so this must be a 6. And this must be a 2, 9 now, right? Any more elimination because of this 6? No. Nothing else. Okay. So here comes one more strategy. One more powerful strategy that we have made a video upon earlier. That is called the skyscraper logic. I will use a different color to highlight how the skyscraper logic works. Look at these cells, the ones highlighted in green alone, right? Look at these cells. In column 6, you see that 9 is restricted to one of these two cells, and in column 9, you see that 9 is restricted to one of these two cells. There is no other possibility for the 9 in column 6 and column 9. So what basically this does is that one of these two cells must contain a 9. Even both can contain a 9, but at least one of these must contain a 9. Because what happens if one of these cells does not contain a 9? The 9 for the column 6 will go here, right? The 9 for the column 6 will go here. And the 9 for the column 9 will also go here. So which means that 9 must either be here or here. So which means that we can eliminate 9 from cells which see both of these cells, or rather which has an effect on both of these cells. So basically you can eliminate 9 from here and 9 from here also, because in this cell if you have a 9, it's eliminating the 9 from both of these cells. Gorgeous, right? Absolutely tremendous piece of logic. If you find this logic, you don't need to use any complicated chains or anything. This logic is termed or coined skyscraper logic. We have made a video on this logic also. So I will add the link in the description for this logic too. So please check out both the videos. You will become a master at finding Y-wings and skyscraper logic as well. So let us continue with this gorgeous Sudoku now. 9 can be eliminated from here. So this is a 5. And now also from here. So this is an 8. So this gives us a 5 here and 8 here, a 5 here and 8 here. Look how fast we are getting the digits now. This 5 gives us 7 here, and now 5 in row 4 has only one cell left. Because of this 5 you get the 5 here, and which means this is a 2, which gives us a 9 here, a 2 here, a 2 here, a 4 here, and 4 goes here now, and this must be a 9 now, this must be a 6, this must be a 5, this must be a 9, this must be a 6, and this must be an 8. Beautiful. 3, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2 and 5 remaining digits are 7 and 9, but 7 is here, so this is a 9 and this is a 7. So as you can see, 9 is occurring in both of these cells in this particular situation, but the fact that 9 is present at least once in one of these two cells has become true. So both of these techniques, the Y-wing and the skyscraper logic, are very, very powerful, and I humbly request you to check out the videos in the description of the video so that you guys become better at spotting Y-wings and skyscraper logic. I really enjoyed solving this tremendous classic Sudoku by Swaroop. I hope you guys too had fun watching me solve this classic. Solving classics regularly like this will surely improve your classic solving capability. And hope you had fun, and remember to subscribe to the channel. We hope to produce more videos on a daily basis. See you soon.